Sophie. I just wanted to come on and talk about one of my favorite words today. It's responsibility, and responsibility mainly in the classroom and the ways you can find success as a student, utilizing responsibility. I think right now it's a perfect time to dive into this topic with the new year, maybe set some New Year's resolutions and going into the second semester. If you didn't have a perfect first semester because of Corona or just school's tough, I think now is a perfect time just to kind of bring to light some things that can maybe help you. So I think I have a couple notes off here, so if I'm looking over here, that's why. So I think one of the main points is to be your own advocate in the classroom. You should stake a claim in not only what you're learning, but also in the learning environment. I think it's important that the teacher knows who you are by the end of the course, in a good way, if that's showing your face, asking meaningful questions. All that really goes a long way to show that you're dedicated to your learning. You have a responsibility in not only what you're learning, but also in the class itself. Kind of segueing, I touched on this a little bit, but asking a lot of questions, whether it be to your teacher or, kind of searching for the answers on your own time. It's good to show confusion appropriately because that shows that you're taking your learning seriously and you have a high claim or high stake in the class. This one is pretty tough in Corona, but I think it's super important even still, is to communicate your struggles with your teacher. What is going on that affects your work. I think your studies should come first, and if there's something that's inhibiting you from doing your best, your teacher should be aware, and they can always kind of adjust the assignment, or they're always super understanding. Especially I've had run-ins with that, and my teachers have been phenomenal. My next point is to find responsibility. You should find ways to relate, like what you're reading and writing, to your original thoughts and your experiences. This is also really good because it really brings what you're learning alive, and it makes a personal connection. And a lot of people learn in different ways, and if you can learn by bringing your previous experiences to the table, that is also super helpful to just get that extra level of depth and clarification in your learning. Another thing about responsibility is just being in class. I know it's really easy to just join your Zoom call and turn the sheets over and go back to bed, but you don't want to jeopardize your own learning, and so it's really essential that you kind of create your own workspace and responsibly set up, your iPad and your notebook and maybe some scratch paper, and keep a dedicated planner so you stay responsible for all your assignments. And I think another thing that will probably be the last point is you want to surround yourself with other students who can help you. You don't have to be best friends with everybody, but having friends or acquaintances who are rooting for you is super important. People who want the best for you will inspire you, and you also have that responsibility to be that person for somebody else. So it's a two-way street, and if they can give some advice to you, you can give some advice to them, and it just makes the learning experience during Zoom a little bit easier because you don't have that face-to-face connection every day. So if you reach out and make a couple friends who you can text after class, like maybe for clarification on the lesson, that is extremely helpful and beneficial to both of you guys. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. I think responsibility is another core pillar in not only education, but also just getting those relationships with your teacher and your friends during this time. It's definitely a weird time, but there's nothing that we can't do without some good old responsibility. So, thank you.